So these are the symptoms that I had before replacing this part, and if you turn on the faucet and flush the toilet, the stream of water from the faucet goes way down, and then if you open up another faucet, it goes down even further. So that's not normal, and hopefully by replacing this pressure regulation valve, it'll fix the issue. So here's the pressure regulation valve, or pressure reducing valve, that I believe has gone bad. So what we need to do is get a couple wrenches and pull off, or take this nut off, and that'll loosen the bottom half, but the top half is screwed on to the, is threaded on, turned on to this male thread here, pipe. So I need to be able to unscrew this, and all of these pipes here are pretty much not going to move because of these holders. And I'm going to try and remove the holder up here at the top so that I have a little bit of wiggle room for this pipe. I need to get some movement in the pipe here, and it's possible I have to take out this one here and possibly this one, the black one up there, to get this bottom half to move down a little bit, enough to get this thing unscrewed. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I got this top one off, and I've got a little bit of movement there, but on the bottom there's one here, holder here, and one back there, so I got to take the one back there off, which is in the crawl space. And then, like I said, I'm hoping this little bit of play down here will be enough to get this off. Alright, it would be a lot easier if this was a double union and this up here was a union connection, because then I would be out and in 2 seconds. So I'm not quite sure why this is the preferred method, but so I got those two holders off, and now I've got a little bit of play in here on the bottom. So like I said, I hope that's enough to have this whole thing come down, and I loosen that one up there. So this sprinkler pipe, and then this bottom part and this part here will move down just enough to unscrew this part here. So this is the easy part. So let's take it apart now. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is shut the water off. So this is the shut off for the main line, and then this is the shut off to the house. Fortunately, if I have a shut off here and here and here, I'm not going to have to drain everything, but I'm going to go let some pressure out, open a faucet up there, and then close this. Alright, let's close this one too. So this should be isolated, but I'm sure there's going to be some water that comes out of here. Maybe I can drain some of it here. Looks like nothing coming out, which is good. So now that's not under pressure. And the first thing we need to do is get this nut off. And I backed off this ground wire here so I could turn this thing around when we that's what you need to do to loosen it. So now that it's loose, hopefully I can get it started. Yeah, that's super tight. Bucket down here. As you can see, we had some water coming in there, and the play that I got in the pipe is definitely going to be enough to help me get this off, because now I've got that much space. And here's the O-ring, and it looks okay, but now we've got to get this part off. And like I said, now I know I've got enough play in there to unscrew it, but I think we got to do the same kind of thing to get this off. Make sure we hold the pipe up here. Assuming it's going to turn this way. Wow, that is super tight, guys. Super tight. Got it started though, that's something. I'm not sure the best way to keep it turning here, so that's definitely part of what I was afraid of on this, is it was going to be super duper tight. And can I do this with my hand yet? Oh, hallelujah. There we go. So it needs to go 2 or 3 turns in, but here's the old one. We'll take that apart later, see what might be the problem there. And here's my new replacement one. Should fit right in here, same way. I'm going to screw that on and get the union part on the bottom. And I'm just going to reuse the pieces here of the old one. And hopefully make this a quick job. Just gonna clean off some of this gunk. Okay, looking good there. Looking good there. I got some pipe dope here that I'm gonna put on. Maybe get it in the threads. I don't know if this is better to use my fingers or wood, but didn't look like the old one had any on, so who knows. Alright, so I got in the threads there. Alright, and then you have to make sure that the arrow points in the direction of the flow. And now I'm gonna put the new one in. Make sure you don't cross thread it. That's 1. 2. I think I need to go one more complete revolution. There we go. All right. I think the top is on. Now for the bottom, we need a new gasket. The gasket, this goes around this part here. And then we make sure the gasket is properly seated. Alright, we got the new one in. Now we need to tighten it up. Hopefully we are gonna be okay here, because I really don't want to take off the base here and use what came with this. I'm hoping this is just a drop it in kind of thing. Okay. I'm hoping that's tight enough, so let's turn on the main water here and see if it holds. Okay. Turn the sprinkler side on here. Now the house water. Okay, don't see any leaks. So I'm gonna go test the pressure now. Let's see what we got. Here I am at the water heater. We got our gauge hooked up. I'm expecting to see 50 pounds. Uh, 55. Says it's 50 psi. So that's 55, that's close. Now I'm gonna go test the toilet. Alright, here's the faucet after we replaced the PRV. Now we're gonna flush the toilet. Look at that. That's exactly what we're expecting. We don't want the water to diminish in pressure, and it's not. So that was the problem. So I got it all put back together, and it's been an hour or so. Tested the water, no leaking. It looks like good. So hopefully I don't have to touch this thing for another 20 years. The other one lasted 20 years. But we'll see.